How dare you!
Incoming, sir. Location looks to be Central Indiana. Fire up those sirens, Sergeant. Brian K. Morris. He came without warning.
Seconds.
Now comes the part where we throw our heads back and laugh. Ready?
Ready!
Anyway, good morning, everyone. How the heck are you? Glad to see you here. It's another Monday morning, the 22nd of April. The world is moving too fast for me right now. Anyway, I'm Brian K. Morris, publisher, editor, author, broadcaster, and former mortician's assistant. Hoping you had a great weekend. We had a good one, too. And also want to say to everybody who's watching us maybe on the rerun, stick around and leave us some comments down below because we appreciate you too. But if you're here live, leave us some comments in the comments section. I will read them. You then reply to me in the comment section. We will have an interactive conversation for the next 45 minutes. And so, anyway, we want to thank everyone that's here right now. Thank everyone that showed up with no warning. That's why the show is called That Thing, because we don't give any warning.
How dare you!
Because we do what we want, Greta. That's why. And, the sideburns are unmanageable again today, or sort of. Anyway, want to thank everyone who makes this show possible, and a large part of that is our Patreon supporters. Patreon is a monthly subscription service where you, yes, you, can support your favorite creators with an affordable monthly stipend, and even $1 will get you some stuff. And this week, check us out on tomorrow. Check us out tomorrow because we are going to start something that we have been promising to do for a while, and it's going to be a lot of fun. A lot of you have enjoyed the first one. I think you'll enjoy the second one, which some of you right now will know what that means. But anyway, these wonderful people keep us afloat and keep the rising tide moving forward. And we're grateful to each and every one of them. We sincerely are. And if you want to check out what we do for as little as $1 a month, for your support means so much. Check us out at www.patreon.com/Brian K. Morris. All one word, all lowercase. Forget that capitalization crap. That's not how we roll on Patreon. Anyway, we've got a twice-a-week blog there and all kinds of surprises, including what's coming up tomorrow, hopefully, that we're going to make public so everyone can see what we're doing. All right, total transparency for once. And anyway, we also want to thank Jeffrey Hayes and Plasma Fire Graphics for his ongoing sponsorship of our enterprises. Jeffrey Hayes is the genius behind Plasma Fire Graphics. He's an award-winning producer of covers and coloring and various artworks and graphic design and logos. He's responsible for our Brian K. Morris logo that you'll see on our monthly insider email, which you can get if you sign up at risingtide.pub. and find a lot of our books on Amazon while you're at it. But anyway, Jeffrey Hayes is a twice in a row Pulp Factory Award winner for his great covers, one of which graces our latest publication, The Terrors. Please check it out. It's getting a lot of good reviews, and it is selling like crazy, I'm glad to say. And it's available worldwide at most of your favorite book vendors. But anyway, it's not about me, it's about Jeffrey. Jeffrey makes books that just fly off your table if you're at a show, and you know that if he's working on the outside, the inside's going to be pretty good too, I'm sure. But anyway, check him out. You can go to the Plasma Fire Graphics Facebook page, then run on over to plasmafiregraphics.org, and if you're a publisher or a writer, contact him about his indie creator friendly pricing. You will be so happy you did. He's great to work with, and he makes magic happen. And no, he does not use AI before anyone asks. I have seen his process. He doesn't need AI. He's better than a soulless computer. He's a human, damn it. Anyway, and a wonderful human at that. That's Jeffrey Hayes and Plasma Fire Graphics. PlasmaFireGraphics.com, when the look of your book matters to you, because it definitely matters to your readers. And we have people showing up this morning. We had no shows over the weekend. We do have one this weekend at SI Comic-Con, Southern Illinois Comic Convention. That's going to be in Benton, Illinois at the community center down there. It's a great affair. Looking forward to seeing Matt and Katie and all my friends down in the Benton area. And then the week after that, we will be at Castle Perilous for Free Comic Book Day on Saturday from 10 till at least 2 o'clock, maybe 3. But I know Scott Thorne has got all kinds of cool surprises lined up for Free Comic Day, as he always does. And we're grateful to him for hosting us. And we're going to be there with Isaac Hicks and a whole bunch of other great people. So much fun is going to be had down there. We want to see you down there. We'll have copies of the Terrors, plus kind of a limited selection. But we're going to have some of our latest material for you, and we think you will enjoy what we offer. So please come see us at Castle Perilous. That's 207 West Main Street in Carbondale, Illinois, on Free Comic Book Day, May 4th. It's going to be great. Also, I believe Morgan Komnick is going to be there. She's always fun. And a whole bunch of other great people that I adore. And we want to see you there, too. All kinds of great surprises and free comic books. And if you buy a book from me, you get an extra free comic book. So there's more incentive. You get 2 books for the price of 1. Anyway, folks, and we might have, depending on Mr. Brian's health, not me, the other one. We might have between 2 Brians tomorrow night. So watch our pages for announcements of that with me and Mr. Brian Rodman every other Tuesday on the Rising Tide channel. Unfortunately, Mr. Rodman has been under the weather, but we are hoping for his recovery. We don't know what we're going to talk about, but we're going to talk about something fun. And we hope you will be there. But anyway, speaking of being there, and being here, the comments are piling up in the thing. I'm almost afraid to get in there. God only knows what they're saying. So let's find out together, shall we? And let's see here. We're going to scroll. And the first in the door is Teresa Dunn. Good morning to you, my darling. Mwah! Hope you had a great weekend. Good to see you. And my other darling, Michaela Jade. Hey, friends. Hey, darling. How are you? Mwah! Good to see you. Hey, check out Michaela Jade. She has just republished her Warrior series on Amazon. And she's readying a book, a series of books right now that I'm like excited about. And you'll be excited too. And it's like, ooh la la. It's for lovers and people who love great writing. And if you love great writing, you're going to love Michaela Jade. So check her out. Also check her out on her Facebook page and sign up to be one of her subs. Anyway, and Carl, Clickbait, my favorite. I hope it's fried. Yes, indeed it is. And we hammered it out with a skillet, just like we do in Indiana with tenderloins. None of that processed patty crap for us like we had in Illinois. We do tenderloins right in this state. Anyway, Carl Witzman, check him out on Lulu.com. He's got a variety of wonderful books on crime and Munzie and all other kind of cool things. And I'm slipping you into my pocket so I can listen while I work. Ooh. Doesn't matter which pocket it is, sweetheart. I'm glad to be there. Ooh, if you feel something wiggling and vibrating, it is me. Anyway, check out Michaela Jade, author MichaelaJade.com. She is amazing. And Michaela, I got my 1,000 words in yesterday. And we're going to have you guys be accountable too. And Dawn Dillis, Dawn, how are you this morning? Morning, heading to a doctor's appointment. We'll talk to everyone soon. Have a wonderful Monday. You too. hope you get nothing but good news this morning. And good luck. Yes, definitely good luck, Dawn, from all of us. Everyone's saying hello to each other. One hand holding cat some sort of type. Is that like a code or something? And Joe Dog McKeel, the Le Grand Fromage of HalloCon. I see that guest list is shaping up, and I hope my name shows up there eventually. Oh, because I can start promoting you then. So check out HalloCon. It's a great, great affair. The last weekend of October, celebrating the October holidays. And Joe Dog, looking forward to being down there again. Looking forward to seeing Adrian Gambit in July. How are you, Adrian? Good to see you. Good morning to you. And hi, Damian Waldron, great designer, artist, and a toy maker and everythinger. He does it all well. And tomorrow, what time is that? Hopefully 7 o'clock up. And that's up to Mr. Rodman. And his state of health. So, and just want to wish everyone a beautiful week. You too, Teresa. I hope you have a great one too, and good. Have fun with your studies this morning. And trying to type around cat line, it's not easy. Oh yeah. I was talking to somebody last night, and her leg was about to fall asleep from the cat perched upon it, making typing difficult, if not impossible. Still creating poems and short stories. Good for you, Teresa. We're going to get you back in print soon. Check her out on Amazon. And nobody moved now, so I have both hands free now. That's right. This is the show where you need both hands. I'm going to leave that one there. And from the desk of Small Press publisher Joe D. McPhee on every Saturday night, and also the host of Comic Book Spectrum Thursday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central Time with Clyde Hall and Eric S. Hawkins and who knows who else, because none of the rest of us do. Anyway, can I have the clickbait line? No warning, BKM won $1 billion and Cookie is home. Oh, if only, if only, if only. Morning all, morning Brian. I'm free for the week of C2E2. Hey, good luck at that, my man. Good luck. I want to hear some good news from you on your show Saturday nights at 10 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. Central. Anyway, C2E2 is a glorious. It's one of the few large conventions I like. It's one of those things where you actually can get in the door and not have to spend like a couple $100 before you even cross the threshold, you know. But anyway, Joe will be down there on the floor in his own booth near the Marvel booth, probably. Anyway, good luck to you again, Joe. Good luck with all your new publications. And check him out. Check out that show he does on Saturday night and on Thursdays. You'll be glad you did. And Carl approves of Teresa's activities. And everyone say hello again. And accountability. Wondering how long I can make Donna believe I'm still formatting her next book before she gets suspicious. Good luck with that subterfuge you got going there, Carl. But no, I got the green light. It's a story for an anthology. My deadline is June 1st. We're going to try to do 1,000 words a day, maximum of 10,000 words. And I've got 1,000 in the can already. I'm really excited. This is a fun concept that we're working with here. Then after that, I've got 2 more short stories I want to run. And then we're going to start polishing that second Terrors book. The first one has been selling, probably the fastest selling book I've had in my library. And I think right now, I believe it is number 4 in my catalog. I've got 7 books in my catalog. And this will be number 4 in sales, and it's catching up to number 3 real fast. So check it out. If you like the Black Terror, we're about to ruin your childhood. So anyway, Carl, I don't know why I'm putting off uploading it. It's not that much work. Well, do you need to farm out the work, Carl? I mean, Cookie's available. She formats, so. Oh, one thing I did do this weekend. This might be of interest. I'm filling out the membership form for the Central Indiana Writers Association, which is a nonprofit organization. I went to a thing they were doing at one of the libraries in Fishers, Indiana, within stone's throw of the IKEA. So I felt right at home. But beautiful facility, what we saw of it. It was a really nicely attended book show. Various authors, got to talk to a few people. And Jeff Crouch, if you're listening, thank you again, my friend, or Couch rather, excuse me, Anyway, it's early in the morning. I don't remember who I am. I'm Brain Morse. Anyway, but anyway, I'm walking down the aisle with Cookie, and this wonderful gentleman, Jeff, comes running up to me and goes, "Excuse me, I have to ask, don't you usually wear a fez?" And I'm like, "Oh my goodness!" And it turned out that we had met through one of John Graham, his independent shows, a show I really miss because it had an educational aspect to it. That the price of our admission for the tables was we were just like one or two topics to talk about to anyone that came by and asked about it. And usually mine was self-publishing and or copyright versus trademark, because there is a difference, people. And pardon me, wetting the whistle there. Everyone needs a moist whistle every now and then. Anyway, but yeah, we attended this, and I really like the scope of the organization. Now, everyone knows I'm in kind of Western Indiana, Central Western Indiana, because I come from East Central Illinois. But I like the educational aspect of this organization, and they have members as far away as New York and Texas. So I feel right at home being a little farther away. After all, I'm on the board of the Iowa IABE. So anyway, go figure. But anyway, I'm going to join that organization. We'll see what happens. I'm looking forward to that. And Hood 1707. That's a good enterprise number to have. Greetings from Jerome Connor in his new home in Georgia. Jerome, how are you doing, my friend? It's been so long. I didn't realize you'd moved. Well, it's good to see you. I should have realized 1707 there. Anyway, I'm glad to see you here. Hey, tell everybody what you got, what you're working on, okay? And same with Rich Asplin Jr. Good morning to you, Rich. I hope you're having a great morning. You and Jerome both. I hope everything's going fine for you. Report in what you're up to. And everyone say hello, hello. Everybody say hello to Jerome. He's a cool guy. He really is. And see, and as requested, there we go. And Eric Hawkins, Eric S. Hawkins to you people, the author and artist on the Zombieful World of Oz and Zombieful Adventures is coming up soon, number 3. Really looking forward to all those books in that series. And Eric, I don't know if I told you, Eric, but when I did NerdCon about a month ago, a bunch of people came up and said, when's the next Zombieful World of Oz? So I hopefully have turned some people onto your Kickstarter when you launch that. Everyone's saying hello. And yes, indeed, the Eric Hawkins has entered the room. Everyone, prostrate yourself. And I have accountability myself, says Omniversal Inc. I'm fulfilling the physical copies of my ill-fated crossover title, Omniversal Crossworlds, and hopefully getting myself mentally in the zone to finish the darn thing. I understand. I'm probably, I will brag, I'm probably better than a lot of people at working when I don't feel like it. Because this is my day job, is writing. We're going to put in the time today, hopefully get more than 1,000 words in today, but this morning is laundry day, and I'm still a house husband. Anyway, Damien, good for you, man. Good for you. And I say constantly, it's the people who do what others don't that will succeed in this business, in any field of creativity. That was 4 years ago. A lot of the comic book creators were told by their publishers, put down your pens, back away from the keyboard. We can't put out your work right now. We don't have, things are in lockdown. We can't do anything. And then there were some of us that said, screw you guys. We will make this catastrophe into an opportunity. And some of us did. And some of us thrived and still thrive as a result of the work we did back then. Excuses are just that. Now, if you have health issues, that's one thing. If you have family problems, that's one thing. But if you just don't feel like it, then you need to assess yourself. It could be depression. It could be some sort of ennui that you have to deal with. And sometimes the way to deal with it is to do the work. And that's my therapy. That's my therapy, is doing the work, getting stuff accomplished and basking in the sweet, sweet aroma of success. So we hope that you don't give up. That's the only way you lose in this game, is by stopping playing the game. So dive in with both feet, create fearlessly. End of sermon for today. Omniversal continues. Anyone else liking to give me some feedback on issue 1? I'm up for it. And I'm awake. I think I'm going to go get coffee, says Molly Daniels. That's what I've been working on here in my Lambert's Cafe, home of the Throwed Roll, who do not sponsor this show, but damn it, they should. I'll drink all kinds of stuff from their mug if they'll sponsor the show. And booth 829 this week at McCormick Place. Check that out. By the way, that is right next to real close to Lakeshore Drive. Did you know that Lakeshore Drive in Illinois is actually Route 41 in Indiana? The one that goes practically all the way up the west side of it, from Evansville on up to I-90. It's true. It's true. I know I read maps for fun. There is something horribly wrong with me. But anyway, check out Joe D. McPhee. If you go to C2E2, tell him that we sent you. Hey, Molly, Damien, says Carl Witzman, I would expect I have overextended myself for the rest of the month. Not sure how that happened. Oh, my goodness. And thanks, BCam, but it's all done. Good. It just needs upload to Lulu, and for some reason, I'm just being lazy. Well, surely there is some sort of physical benefit from the lovely Donna, for, in gratitude for your hard labors, I would think. And God knows you're hard at it, I would think. Anyway, Jerome Connor says shameless plug, which, Jerome, if you watched any half a second of this broadcast, the shameless plug is what we're all about. That's what we're going to call our new sex toy, if you're proud of that sort of thing, the shameless plug. But anyway, Classic Television Smackdown on May 3rd at 8 p.m., MBL Entertainment, and Saturday Morning Cartoons, 9 a.m., May 4th. Also, MBL Entertainment. Check that out. If there's a website, Jerome, please, my friend, leave it down. And if Hood 1707 leaves us a website, please, my wrench lieutenants, please make sure that gets through, okay? And no worries, Jerome. Speaking of which, this should be the point. BKM should promote the Terrors again. Why would I want to promote the Terrors? The reimagining of the classic Black Terror character with a beautiful cover by not Omniversal. I almost said, well, we should get a cover from that man. From Plasma Fire Graphics. It's been selling quite briskly, and if you pick it up, you'll find out why. We've had some wonderful reviews from some wonderful people on Amazon. Please check that out. We are available at Barnes & Noble. We are also available on hoopla.com, which is a service that ties into your library card. So if you belong to a library that subscribes to the Hoopla system, then you can check out 20 items a month, whether it's graphic novels, ebooks, music, TV episodes, films, what have you. And it's on there. You can read The Terrors for free, and it won't cost you a penny, but I still get paid. So that's something to consider. So anyway, please check that out. And Coffee and Cup and First Sip is in Me now got slightly big news to announce as soon as more caffeine enters my system. Will we be a part of that, Molly? Please let us know. Please announce here. We're as good a place as any. Anyway, Carl Wilson says, let's not mention prostate. Or you said prostrate. Never mind. Yeah, I know. Yeah, last couple times I've had my yearly checkup. My doctor has not done the rubber glove thing, for which I'm grateful, by the way. He's got big fingers. And he keeps telling me relax. I'm like, you tell me how. Buy me a couple drinks. It's the only way I'm going to relax. You do this thing to me. I think maybe I might have cracked a knuckle or something in there. So trying for the last time. Rich Asplin Jr. says accountability. Actually remembered to take the odd bits bouncing around that were only snippets and seeds and actually write them down to come back to later. Excellent. I I think most of us have no idea how many great ideas that we coulda, shoulda, woulda worked on if we had remembered them from the time we think of them, like if we're out walking or in the shower or on the on the nation's highways and byways, and we didn't write it down, and it's lost forever because we put in that steel trap of a mind that we all have with the bars about 5 feet wide between them. But anyway, good for you, Rich. Good for you. I hope you develop them. And that's a good strategy, Rich. Couldn't agree with Carl more. Excellent strategy. In fact, okay, here's my news, says Molly Daniels. Everybody get ready. Defending Destiny, the book she started during the lockdown while working 40 plus hours a week, has a cover. Yeah. And I can order my author copies now. Yes, yes, yes. Molly, congratulations. That's awesome. That is what we love to hear. And that's the thing exactly, says Omniversal Inc. I've been working through my ADHD diagnosis, unmasking, and reacquiring my love of drawing and all things comics. So that's beautiful, man. That is beautiful. I have to admit, there are times when I'm thinking, I am 68 years old and I'm still reading comic books and I'm enjoying most of them. And some I'm enjoying more than others. And then I will wind up reading something that's like, oh, this is why I'm still doing this. And I understand these moments. By the way, those comic books that remind me what I love about comics are Impossible Jones from Scout Comics. Wonderful book written by Carl Kessel. And then they've got one more issue to go, but Alan Scott Green Lantern from DC. Now, I know it's going to piss a lot of people off because it explores Alan's new gay identity, and a whole bunch of fanboys are being, oh no, they've ruined the character, which is like, as a writer, I think it's brilliant to re-explore that from the viewpoint that we can view him now as a closeted gay man in the 1940s. Oh my God, if you can't write something about that, you have no business being behind a keyboard. But the guy who writes it right now has done a wonderful job. And I want this guy to write a Spectre book next. I love the Spectre when he's handled right, which is closer to like, well, my favorite, I loved him as he was written by either Jerry Siegel, who created him, or Gardner Fox, who brought him back in the 60s, or John Ostrander, who can write anything. Okay. And this guy gets it. This guy gets the Spectre. And there was a wonderful thing where the whole idea is that Alan Scott is tracking down the person who killed one of his lovers back in the day. And he runs into the Spectre during the course of the investigation. The two trade notes, and if you know the Spectre put some people. Michael Fleischer, he's another one I love. I love his classic Wrath of the Spectre run. But anyway, the Spectre would deal with people very harshly because the only person he calls sir is God. Okay, that's his boss. And there, like you might turn somebody into a piece of living wood and run him through a buzzsaw a couple dozen times. But anyway, Jim Corrigan as the Spectre is talking to Green Lantern and, saying, well, I feel the Spectre taking over more with every day. But, he does have some uses. He does have some uses. But anyway, good luck with finding your lover's killer. And by the way, when you're done, bring him to me. So I think we're going to see some fun in that last issue. And there was a teaser with the JSA in there. So I'm like all over this. But it's comics like that that remind me why I still read them at my advanced age. So it's good stuff. And Kelly Austin, Kelly Carlisle herself. Mwah. Good morning, Brian and friends. Brian, when you call it no warning, you meant that I did this morning. Still doing steady in good old Japan. What am I there? A meme. Oh, what? You're a meme in Japan. You are rising and tiding. Anyway, Kelly Austin, her brand new her books are now selling briskly in Japan of all places. Isn't that amazing? I think it's awesome. And of course, there are people, various people who, fortunately, I don't know their identities, because otherwise I'd probably pin their ears back. I don't know if it's because Kelly's a woman or Kelly's a new person or Kelly's just audacious enough, which I love about her. But she's selling in Japan. She's selling in Japan. And of course, a lot of people are going, well, or I shouldn't say a lot, but she told me there were a couple that were like, well, that's no big deal. You're just selling because it's your first book there. I'm like, that is the biggest crock of bull I have heard this morning. And believe me, I hear more than my fair share every day. But that's ridiculous. I still sell in Japan every now and then. And, it isn't that all my books it's not like it's my first book. And anyway, what do the Japanese have a thing for first books? That's nuts. That's nuts. I suppose next they're going to tell us these idiots are going to say, well, they do it because they're good at math. It's like, no, we're done talking. Anyway, yep, going back to bed. Croncut is a real thing. Croncut is a real thing. Not only does it take your voice, it zaps your energy. Ooh, Joe Dog, I feel you, brother. I feel you. I've been saying for years, we found a vaccine for COVID. We've got a vaccine for the flu. We've got practically cures for measles, and we take a yearly flu shot to help keep us healthy. And yet we have nothing for con crud. What in the actual hell is going on here? Something is gone wrong. I think it's big con crud pharma is what it is. It's a conspiracy. And the slightly bad news from Molly Daniels, I don't want to hear bad news from you, sweetie. Back cover has a slight issue, so hoping it'll be fixed this week. Not sure if copies will arrive in time for SICon, but I'm going to try. I hope so too. Well, even, you can still have them if they're not perfect, but, I agree. It's better to have them looking real good. But yeah, Molly will be down there. Please come see her. And Cookie will be with me. As plans happen now. So anyway, please come see us. It's going to be a good time. And Michael Greenberg, Mr. Mike, how are you? Hope all is well with you, my friend. I haven't talked to you in ages. And keeps them out of the way so I can concentrate on other projects. Rich, I understand that, man. It's all, if you can deal with the interruptions, the creativity really flows, right? And I think great joke, says Carl Witzman. And I think I will remember that. Then I don't use a memory technique or write them down. Then I don't recall the joke again for days. Yeah. See, I have to say, I don't know. Sometime I need to pick up your memory book. I think that would be interesting reading. I do remember having a copy of the memory book by Jerry Lorraine, I think it was, and I can't remember his co-writer on that. But it was useful. That's how I got through my summer school classes at then DJC, Danville Junior College, Danville, Illinois. Because I knew I'd be packing my head with a lot of knowledge, and we had some classes that had the instructor would tell us what we're going to have the quiz on the next day, and so I would use the memory tricks in there to get through those tests. And I actually took Psychology 101 one summer. It was the first time I had a teacher say we could call her by her first name, and I just like, no, I can't do that. That's too weird for me. And we also saw a whole bunch of films on aberrant mental conditions, and they were by Harry Chapin, the singer. And I know Carl will remember Harry Chapin. It was before he went into full time into music. So I was loving the films, but by the end of the final quiz, I realized that I had basically a perfect score in that class, and I could have not shown up for the final and still got a C. So thank you to the gentleman who then somewhere along the way I've misplaced the memory book. So anyway, from Destin Small Press publisher Joe D. McPhee has a thing here. Rich, thanks, Rich. You remind me that I came up with a new game show, but I don't know the first thing on pitching it. Find someone that produces game shows, I guess, or find a way to do it yourself. I say that because there used to be like a comic convention in Danville, Illinois. It didn't last a whole long time, but a couple of years, a good friend of mine had created his own Jeopardy board. And questions and everything for us on comics and buzzers that could, you first person that hits shuts out the other people. It was really fun. It was really great. He put a lot of work into that. Maybe you need to put that. You could do that at your booth. That could be fun. Anyway, Grant Langer, good morning, all. Grant, good morning to you, the artist and writer of Beowulf. And Memoirs of the Morbid is coming up soon. It's going to be awesome. Everyone's saying good morning, Grant. And from the desk of Small Press Publisher, if it was forced on Doom Patrol's Negative Man and it works for the TV show, then people should have more faith when it comes to Alan Scott. I agree. And the thing is, I have found from my experience, and this is just anecdotal, most of the people complaining wouldn't have bought the book anyway. Most of the people who are complaining probably haven't bought a comic book in years. I used to be part of, and a lot of you will not have heard of this, but it's called Kappa Alpha. And it still exists, but only in electronic form now. But at one point, it was a thing where basically a person makes up like a little mini magazine, makes X number of copies of it, then it's sent to a central mailer who takes everyone's copies and collates them, and then staples them, and then sends them back out to the membership. And I was in there for the better part of 10 years. And in fact, my last 2 years, I was the central mailer. Actually, I was a central mailer for 2000, 2001. And then I was associate central mailer for a couple of years after that. But yeah, and the thing was, a lot of a substantial number of the members in that thing, I think we had like 50 members at the time I was running it. And I would say probably a good quarter to a third of them no longer read comics and hadn't read comics in years. It's, and I understand wanting to be part of a community and all that, but you don't buy comics. Why are we're here to talk comics and to, learn things about comics. And, you'd have guys that would like, well, here's what I had for breakfast last week, or here's all the TV shows I watched that have nothing to do with anything geeky or anything. I get that, but still, so yeah, I agree. And I look at the story opportunities that this opens up, and it's the same way like with my book, The Terrors. Hashtag always promote. It's a re-examination of the character with just a little bit of a change that I think makes it a little more interesting. So, Joe, I'm going to have to get you a copy of that book sometime. Anyway, Kellyanne Grant is getting greeted by Carl, and Molly Dan says, and bring my friend Marcy to SI Comic Con on Saturday. She's more bubbly than Elaine. Oh, yeah, I remember Elaine. Let's just say that her other friend tested Molly sorely, shall we say. Marcy bought a copy of all my books in 2020 and is looking forward to meeting my fellow author friends. Well, I will try to be effervescent and adorable on Saturday. How's that sound? Well, I'll just let her talk to Cookie. That'll be enough. Moving on. Grant Laker is saying hello to everybody. Hello. And Dan Hollifield, good morning, new retiree Dan. How are you? You're up before the crack of noon. What gives? Why am I still doing this? Asks Dan Hollifield. Issue 294 of Aphelion will go live in 1 week, and never mind the furthermore, but why am I still awake at this time? Oh, you stayed up all night. Well, that's okay. I just getting up early. This is the one I wondered about. And Jerome Connor, Hood 1707 this weekend just bought FF Annual 3. Ooh, reading Sue Wadding, Captain America 111, Jim Steranko and Joe Sinnott art. Adam 8. Ooh, nice. Gil Kane stuff. Classic Illustrated. 113 with the Time Machine. Oh, I remember that. That was so good. And Magnus Robot Fighter 15 and 36. 15 would have been Russ Manning artwork. I want to say 36 would probably be Frank Bowl, right? And Star Trek 6 and 9 from Gold Key. Oh my God, beautiful stuff there, Jerome. Whoa, super buys there, man. This This is classic stuff. Jerome, that's why we get along. I miss you, man. I so miss you. And Dan is awake. Dan, Donna is up too, just not what most people call awake. This is Carl Witzman. Don't let Donna too close to the speakers, and I'm likely to wake her up from her somnambulistic existence. And everyone's saying hello. Molly is saying hello. Everyone's saying hello. And Omniversal, Crossworld's #1. Would you do me a favor and please send me that link via DM, Damien? I will take a look at it today then, okay? And speaking of somebody I like to take a look at, there's Willow Schuyler of Schuyler Productions. Good morning. Mwah. How are you, my pretty lady? I hope you had a great weekend. So good to see you. And there he is, my roommate in August, Charles F. Millhouse. Hello, pretty man. Mwah. Hello, good morning, my friends. 2 weeks to summer break. Ooh. And then we hit the typewriter for reals for a while now. That's going to be exciting. And Charles and I are going to be at Pulp Fest in the first 4 days of August. And Grant, hope you and Angie and I and Charles can all get together sometime for dinner or something, or you come into the con or something. Anyway, I'll be there with lots of copies of my books, setting up there for the first time. I'm excited by it, Charles. I really am. Even though this is going to be the longest I have spent away from Cookie, you know. No, I take it back. We may have Cookie used to have a job with the state of Illinois that she had to go for training, and I was a bachelor for like 4 days at a time, 4 or 5 days at a time. Now I know I'll get to see her that morning when I leave on the 1st, and I'll see her that night. Well, she probably won't be awake by the time I get home, but yeah, I'm looking forward to going there. I'm looking forward to having a good time with you and hanging out with all the John and Jim and all the other cool people there. I'm psyched for it, Charles. I hope you are too. And Peppermint Princess. Yeah, I think about that too, Carl. Anyway, we love Willow Schuyler, and you should check out her broadcasting. She is smart, she's funny, she's gorgeous. She is a treat for all the senses. And Willow, says Molly. And Kelly, Carla, hi Carl, Molly, and everyone else I've missed so far. And Jerome, that's cool on the Gold Key Star Trek issues especially. Yeah, a lot of those were really good. Now, he's still in the Alberto Giolitti phase here. Can you tell I've read comics for a while? And apparently, Giolitti drew, he drew Turok, Son of Stone, for like ages. And it was a tale of two Native Americans that were trapped in this valley where dinosaurs still ruled. And he did great work on it. Well, he was given Star Trek, and he managed to capture the actors' likenesses and the equipment and everything. But apparently they didn't give him any background on anything, because you see the nacelles on the Enterprise emitting jets. You know? Alberto wasn't clear on how warp drive worked. And I would guess he had never seen an episode. They just sent him the reference photos, and he went from there. But every now and then they would they'd have a picture of the Enterprise bridge, and it's like, that's not the bridge I remember. So anyway, otherwise it was great artwork. I loved it, and everyone's saying hello. And he's back, Joe Dog McKeel, 32 minutes in and only 2 likes. 16 people are here. Come on, people. Algorithms need some data to make channels more visible. I would love that. Please give us a like. And we are exclusive now on YouTube, so no more of the I'll just like you on Facebook and Brian will never know. No, please like us. It just takes a moment. It just takes a moment, and honestly, it does help. Thank you, Joe Dog. I appreciate you so much. Okay, bye. Be well, Joe Dog. Miss you, man. And how are you all today? We are well. We are peppy and effervescent. Certainly more than we were last time. Okay, I was pretty down, and thank you for everyone that checked up on me. That was nice. That was very kind of you. So anyway, we are fine. Willow, tell us how you are, though. What you, aside from your broadcasting, which you don't promote enough on here, hint, hint, tell us what you're up to. And the memory book by Harry Lorraine and Jerry Lucas, that was it. But there's a lot of extraneous stuff in there, too. I got it down to the important stuff in my book. Yeah, it was, yeah, I remember, that's true. I remember reading that and thinking, would you please get to the good stuff? Please get to the stuff I can use. Oh, God. Anyway, Diane Hollifield, Willow, we love you. I love you too, Willow, or kill for the chance to. Molly Daniels, after this past weekend, I'm thinking about writing a book titled The Stupid Customers I Meet at Lowe's. I kind of wish I was off for a few days to recover from stupidity and entitlement. Oh, God, yeah. You know what I love, what I'm enjoying watching right now on YouTube? I like watching court and cop videos these days. And I love the videos like some silly teenage girl or guy gets busted for drinking and driving, and you can't arrest me. My daddy is so and so, and I watched one of this girl that got pulled over for a DUI, failed to field sobriety test, and she was like, "No, you have to call my daddy so he can get me out of this." And the cop was nice; he didn't have to do it, but he called her father and was explaining to Dad, "Sir, it's nothing we've done. Your daughter made a series of stupid decisions this evening that attracted our attention, and now here's the consequences." And Dad, to his credit, told her, "Call us when you're done. Call us when they process you and when you get booked. Then we'll come down and get you." "Oh no, you have to come and get me now, Daddy. My car's lying in the road and they'll tow it otherwise." And they're like, "Hun, this is how you learn." Welcome to Hard Knocks EDU. So yeah, I don't miss retail except for book shows. Book shows are different retail, but standard retail, I don't miss whatsoever. Rich Asplin Jr. says there are stand-ups that set up cameras so the weird changes in ad-libs they make in a moment in the set can be recorded so they can come back and see how it went. I understand that. Something I didn't realize till a long time. Of course, I grew up watching Johnny Carson on The Tonight Show. In fact, I'm old enough to remember Jack Parr on there too. Oh, the weight of the ages. But anyway, I remember reading that they had one cameraman that his whole job was to keep that medium shot of Johnny from about his 10 o'clock to the camera, because that was the camera that caught Johnny's reactions and his mugging, and his laughter with his guests. That's probably a pretty important job. Damien Walburn is Omniversal Inc. says, "I remember Harry Chapin, granted it's through my parents, but yeah, excellent singer, 10 out of 10. I got to tell you, Damien, if you can ever get a copy of his live album, it is wonderful. Very dark, sarcastic humor to it. Especially on songs like 20,000 pounds of bananas and the alternate endings he was working on, and trying to get the I think it was during the song Circles, trying to get the audience to shame the audience into singing louder. It's just a lot of fun, and plus the music is magnificent. And Harry Chapin's one of a real storyteller, the guy that really turned me on to storytelling and music, because all of his things were like little short stories, but with music, like Taxi and then Sequel. And he had one I loved called Sniper. I think it was on an album called Sniper, Another Love Song. And I think this song took up like the like the whole second side. And it was loosely based on the Charles Starkweather incident about a man who had a tumor in his brain that made him, compelled him to go to the top of a large tower in Texas with a hunting rifle and start shooting at people. But it was he would switch the point of view around from one person to another. And at one point he's in the killer's head, and the killer starts singing, "Am I am the lover who's never been kissed. Am I am the fighter who's not made a fist. How do I know I exist? Are you listening to me? Are you listening to me?" And I was just like, oh my God, this is so good. Anyway, I need to release all our books in ebook format. Print costs are getting wild. And Carl, I view ebook, not doing ebooks is like leaving money on the table. A lot of people still like ebooks. I buy ebooks more often than I do physical books. I'll buy physical books in person, but online I generally buy ebooks, because try carrying all your books up in one trip to a second floor apartment. I've done that. And Molly, if you want stupid, you should those that want their copiers printed repairs. Oh God, yeah. I used to work for Office Depot, Jerome. I was a manager of my print section for 2 years, and I worked there as a part-timer for 2 before that. And my Xerox guy loved me because I wasn't stupid. That I would make a good faith attempt to fix the thing myself before calling him. I mean, I had guys that would call me, I could change my own toner. There were people that called my guy saying, we ran out of paper. When can you get here? So yeah, I get it, Jerome. I so get it. And that's a good idea, Rich. I agree. In other good news, my trip to Carnegie Hall has been fully funded. I'm going to New York City. Oh, Molly, that's fantastic. Molly's going to New York City and Carnegie Hall to sing. That's wonderful. I'm so happy for you, Molly. Love you. Thank you for sharing that with us. I love you. And Brian, I may not be selling much here in America, but overseas, heck, I might move to Japan. I'm very happy because a few people can't say another success shouldn't be writers themselves. Hey, you know what? You know what my hashtag is, Kelly? Fueled by spite. That's why, when I started getting the bigots pushing back at me for the terrors, I made more of it. And I'm already planning sequels to the sequel. And Kelly, can I be jealous of you? I think Jerome, I think she would love it. And we should be. And right, Kelly, I'm so glad you are doing well. We all are, Kelly. When one of us succeeds, we all do, because that's rising tide. And you're helping pave the way. And, you could be like these guys that can't get a break in America. I mean, look at Cheap Trick. They were just another band on Columbia Records till they released that Budokan record. And bam, they hit big. When you see people like Sparks or Susie Quattro, great bass player, great singer, who mild success here in America, or Chrissy Hynde. Then they move to England, and suddenly their career explodes. All right, maybe that's it for you. Charles F. Millhouse, wow, Kelly, Japan. That's one place I don't think I sell too much. Good going. I do a lot in England, France, and Australia. Yeah. Same with me. I occasionally get a check from overseas. Not a huge amount, but I count it though, and just keep writing. Oh yeah, Kelly, meet Jerome, Jerome, meet Kelly. And granted, that's interesting, Kelly. I guess it makes up for all the American teens who refuse to read American comics and will only read Japanese comics. Yeah, I mean, they probably love our stuff over there too. We probably have people that appreciate our culture over there. Thanks, Chuck, Carl, and everyone. I knew pulp could evolve. Yeah, and I agree with you, Grant. Charles Millhouse says I got an amazing Spider-Man. Oh, number 6 in the mail. First appearance of the Lizard. I'll post a pic of it later today. Oh, cool. Very cool. Way to go, Charles. Kelly says, I'm not sure why my book sells there, but I guess it's because my Bishop Kincaid character might be anime looking, maybe. That might be it. They're enough of a common touchstone for it to be popular over there. And I realize I lost track of the time. I got to hurry up and talk because Nicholas Tuckert follows me at 10 a.m. this morning, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, with Nevermind the Furthermore on his channel. And how do you guys write so much? I am so much like Doug from Up the Squirrel. Jerome, I force myself. I have taught myself a number of ways to get things done when I really need to. For instance, I do writing sprints frequently with Michaela Jade, where and I realize I'm in her pocket right now. Anyway, but it helps me focus, and basically you set a timer for 10 minutes, 15 minutes, half an hour, whatever, and then you don't check your email, you don't check social media, you turn off your phone even, and you just sit there and write. I get a glorious amount of work done that way. And I suppose I better saunter down the hall so I'm ready for Nevermind the Furthermore right after the show. Carl, we miss you already, my friend. Thank you for being here. Hood, you just write when you can, write 1 or 2 sentences. That's all the time you have, and eventually you have a great product. Trust me, I'm slower than molasses when writing. Yeah, and I'm considered fairly prolific. I think I wrote something. I think last year I've not tallied it yet. I'm afraid to actually, but I think I may have written close to 500,000 words last year. So, and Dan Holyfield said I'm only halfway through my second cup of coffee, but I'm pretending to be alive at this point. Local morning. Good luck with that. Let me know what it's like. And I can't wait till Pulp Fest. Me either, Charles. It'll be the premiere of Captain Hawkland at War before it goes on sale worldwide the Tuesday after the show. And I may try. I don't know that I'll manage because not all of it's up to me, of course. I may try to have. Well, I'm thinking about doing some chapbooks for that, if nothing else, because I've got some stories that, well, some that never saw print for various reasons beyond my control, and usually the publishers. And I also have some stuff that I think deserve better. Okay, deserve better treatment. Um, Not so much in the editorial area, so much as the production. And I don't have a contract with those people. So, hey. Anyway, just ordered 5 copies with hopefully 3 to 5 days express shipping. Fingers crossed they arrive by Friday. Oh, pulling for you, Molly. And those few getting reviewer copies, they go on the mail this weekend. Excellent. And Chuck, I'll pick up a copy of Hawkland Warwind after its Pulp Fest premiere. Hey, Kelly, we'd love to have you show up there. And love you too. Thanks for supporting the show last night, says Willow. Mwah, to you. And Cop and the court videos are great, says Rich Ashland Jr. I have those on my background noise as I work. Same here. Same here. And my foot's better for those who know. Oh, good, good. I'm glad to hear that. I was going to ask. And now I must write all the important Hustler magazine story. Yeah, I submitted the Hustler back in the 80s. And I got a very good rejection letter from them saying they just bought a vampire. I wrote a vampire story. I have to pull that thing out and rewrite it. But anyway, the editor said, we love this, but we just bought a vampire story and won't need one for a while. But next thing you write, please send it to us first. So anyway, glad you're feeling better, Kelly. And Kelly, I'd love to give you an advance copy. And Willow says, those who missed Cryptid Crunch last night, go back and watch my latest episode on the Dover Demon. I saw the tease for that. I didn't know anything about that. I got to catch up with that. That sounds great, Willow. And I'm breathless waiting to hear that story, Kelly, or reading it. And Grant Langer, the Dover Demon is a weird-looking one. Must look like me. If you miss Cryptid Crunch, miss great entertainment. Well, of course, Willow is always entertaining and enlightening. Everyone have a great day. I'm putting in the dinghy to row over. Never mind. Furthermore, well, I hope you and your dinghy will be very happy together. Give your darling a hug from me. Oh, I should mention that there is an episode of Grant Draws later tonight. Excellent, Grant. Check out his channel and watch that man draw. He's so good. And we'll talk, Charles. Thanks. Excellent. Kelly says, make sure it's signed and you have an extremely large size frozen coffee in hand. Talk with you after the final story is edited in Atomic Stories. I'm waiting for that too. Thanks, Chuck. And I worked for Xerox for 30 years. My sincerest sympathies, Jerome. If you had to deal with some of the people like I've had to deal with, I get you. And why is the cup holder on my computer broken? Yes, I think of that too. You just push the button and out it pops, right? And Dan, Jerome, I hope we see you more often, brother. I miss you. I was thinking about you the other day, in fact. But anyway, with about 3 minutes to go, with about 1 minute to go, actually, in live time, we're going to close it up now. Go over to Nicholas Talker's channel and check out Never Mind the Furthermore. He does stuff like this, but better. Okay? And anyway, we will probably be back next Monday, with more stuff. And we'll talk about SI Comic Con. We want to thank our Patreon subscribers. Hey, check out our Patreon tomorrow. We're going to have a teaser that everyone can read, and you may want to sign up for our Patreon account, because we got cool things, and we also do a twice weekly blog, all kinds of fun. So check us out at www.patreon.com/Brian K. Morris. Also check out plasmafiregraphics.com for the award-winning work of our dear friend Jeffrey Hayes. He does great covers, and if you want him to do the total package, graphics package for you, contact him at plasmafiregraphics.com and ask about his indie creator-friendly pricing. You will be glad you did. He is awesome. And with that, let's see. Stan, any final words? Any final? Well, Stan, that's not nice. Okay, but you said your piece and you're good. But anyway, thank you everyone for showing up here. Thank you for your great comments. And let's see, here we go. Let's see. And oh man. Oh, we've got so many great comments. Damien goes, everybody's jealous of what you have, Kelly, not have you guys. They want your success, but not doing the work you got to put in to get there. Excellent. From decimal exposure, rolling on the floor. I don't need reminders of work this week, Dan. Jerome says, remember those for boys who were popular in Liverpool before the States? Yeah. And thanks, Universal. It means a lot. Yeah, Damien's great. And heartfelt, my friend, congrats. Seriously. I got a bunch of books in the mail from Carl and Donna. I should make a post about it. You should. And Charles says, okay, everyone, I got some hungry college girls to cook for. Talk to you all soon, Charles. Thank you for being here. I love you, brother. And have a great day. All heading in the kitchen for a second cup of coffee from Molly. Enjoy your day. Chuck says, you too, Kelly. See that people talking. I love this. And my friends, see it, Kelly. Mwah. And Grant Langer's heading over to Never Mind the Furthermore. So should you. And how did I do that? Sorry, Charles. No problem. Anyway, folks, thank you for being here. And Nick is just starting his show now. Fortunately, he has a long intro, so you got a couple of minutes. Get over to Nicholas Tockart's channel, and then also go to the Indie Comics Network at 11 and check out what Nita and Daphne are talking about. Okay, everyone, we love you. Thank you for being here, and we hope you make someone else's week really great too, just as you've made my morning. Okay, so anyway, folks, thank you for being here, and as always, stay smart, stay smart. Stay safe. Wash your damn hands. Try to remember how you close your shows, Brian. And do not apologize ever for being awesome, which is why I'm having a lapse with. I'm going to go visit my laundry in the basement. And everyone, take care and be good. Thank you for being here on No Warning. See you here next week at 9 a.m. Eastern. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.